How's it going, everyone? Hope you're all having a great day or night whenever you open this video up. The other night I was just shooting this shit with my friends and suddenly he tells me he found a video. Unfortunately we couldn't watch it because I had to go to work, but the next day we get to chitting and chatting, and I could tell something about this video was going to be familiar in some way, shape, and form. And then once he started describing the title and the content, mainly all the weeb shit in the beginning, I had to ask, is it My Name is Death? And since you can tell from my potato video I've been a fan of him for a while, I obviously know a thing or two about Death Old Boy. So I was a little excited to hear what he had to say and what his take was, even if it is on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, a game I have virtually no interest in because I'm not really the biggest Final Fantasy fan, and the 7 remake, it was just decent, nothing I'd really write home or want to replay, but all the same my friend was interested in Death Old Boy's take and how bad it was, so I knew I had to check it out with him. And you can tell that Death has never opened up a Wikipedia page on this series, let alone the 7 remake series, because I kid you not, he's complaining that it's more of what the remake was. Don't believe me? Then let's just jump right into it. Oh boy, so much to say in the first 20 seconds alone. Firstly, the fact that his music is delayed, which is odd to say the least. I mean, for fuck's sake, you would at least fade it in. But then we get all these weeb shit games and fucking Suicide Squad, which somehow he likes. I don't know how, it just goes to show what kind of person we're dealing with here. And then it takes him forever to uninstall the game, when this clip would have been better used at the ending. I know that last one's a bit of a nitpick, but at least you could build up more to your opinion than this.
So I'm about to go ahead and just rant into a mic. This is going to be an unedited video because I'm trying to work on a bigger video right after this one, and I have another video that I'm trying to upload before that bigger video.
Yeah, that's nice and all, Death, but I kind of want to focus on the part where you said this is an unedited video, which is a bit of a lie, because if that was the case, this video would be so much better, because just look at this fucking shitty comparison screen right here. Namely, the part where this tutorial message pops up and splits the screen even more. Like, what the fuck is this look? It looks so bad. I'm trying not to be too nitpicky, but this is so distracting. Like, holy shit, here's how you do a screen comparison. Now sure, you could try and dress that up a little bit better, maybe make them just a little bit bigger, but you get the point. And I know the example is random as fuck, but holy hell, that image was just kind of painful for my eyes.
So plenty of content to work on for me. I just wanted to go ahead, upload my thoughts on this game and close the book on it. Just about to put it out there. Plus, I made a video on why I think this game is going to suck. Link to that will be in the description for the people that care.
Spoiler alert, that video is exactly the same as this one with the same points over and over. Just like with one less minute of repeating himself. There, I saved you some time, you can thank me later.
So I just wanted to go ahead and confirm that I think this game is trash in my book. I'm not buying it, and I'm just going to be ranting into a mic, confirming that I hate this game. Social media links are in the description, so let me just get this rant out the way and upload it, alright?
Well, I say it's about time, considering we've wasted a minute already. So by all means, give us your little rant there. Should be at least a little bit entertaining.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and why I'm not buying this game. So I always hated copy and paste. I always hated copy and paste. And this game is a 100% copy and paste. And I fucking hate that.
You say that, and yet your visuals prove quite the opposite? Even setting aside that aspect, this is a continuation of the game. Kinda like how the original came out with several discs all at once. This one's just multiple discs spread over several years. That way they can make it as fancy as they want to with the modern day tech that they couldn't all those years ago.
And nobody's gonna change my mind. I hate that shit. So I played the demo. First, I already saw gameplay, you know, when the game was revealed and all that. And I'm like, bro, this is the Final Fantasy VII Remake I've been playing for the past 3 years. 3 years at the time. And It's so goddamn crazy, right? It's so goddamn crazy because I'm like, bruh, this is the same game.
Well, no fucking shit.
Probably because, again, it's a continuation. You didn't pick up on the fact the remake itself ends on a bit of a cliffhanger? That way it can hype up the next part of the remake? Not to mention, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He's gonna go on and on about how much it's the same game and how that's somehow a problem. Even though Final Fantasy VII is literally in the title, it's all under the same series of the same game. It's kinda how franchises work, or more accurately, subparts of a franchise. This would be like someone picking up the Modern Warfare games and expecting World War I era guns and maps. That's kinda not how it works.
And see, I love how people are confirming that, but they're trying to make excuses for it. You know, well, oh, of course, it's a continuation.
That's not an excuse so much as it's the fucking answer. Again, not unlike how the original had multiple discs for all of its content. The remake likewise takes multiple discs over multiple years to make the same game remade.
It's a continuation of the main storyline. You know, it's a continuation. They're trying to keep it going. Then why is it a $69.99 game, man? Why is it a $69.99 game?
Because Jim Ryan. End of discussion. Take the issue up with him and Sony execs for making that the new standard that we're having in games. Now, in some ways, I can see why it should be a little bit less than full price, considering it's just an expansion at the end of the day. And again, the multiple disc part of the original argument kind of falls a little bit flat when you consider you got all the discs at the same price back then. But then again, you got the entire game at that time. This one, you get chunks of the game split up and expanded, kind of like the Hobbit trilogy. So I agree, it's bullshit, but at the same time, that's the standard we live in now. By the way, if you're wondering about that audio cut I had in there, it's because he dropped the N-bomb soft A, which normally I don't give a flying fuck about, but I know YouTube might have a bit of a different opinion there, and I kinda wanna make some money when I get monetized.
They're charging it as a brand new game. $69.99. That is above brand new video game price range. That is above that. $69.99. That is something fresh, something new, built from the ground up, fresh. And they are charging this like it's a new game, like it is, but it's not.
They charged the remake at full price for 2020 standards, whereas in 1996, game standards were at least $50, I believe. Yep, $50 and you got the entire thing. So I hope you're able to keep that same energy when discussing the remake back in 2020. Not to mention the little fact that back in the 90s people bought the original game, and now 20 years later those people are buying the remakes as they come out. Why? Because they love the game and the story so much. So Square would be retarded to not capitalize on that market.
I played the demo and I was getting so pissed off because I'm playing the exact game from 2020 and people are trying to make excuses for that.
Short of a few franchises like Resident Evil and Doom, I don't really expect the sequel or next entry to completely change up the formula, nor would I expect it from Final Fantasy, let alone a part of the remake of the same game. But imagine getting pissed off over the fact that you're getting more of a game you already liked, in a continuation of said game. It's kind of a big brain moment, don't you think?
I am so pissed off at this right now, bro, because I love the Final Fantasy VII Remake. I do. It's one of the greatest games I have ever played. I already own this game because I own Final Fantasy VII Remake from 2020. So I already own this.
You mean kind of like how people own Half-Life Episode 1 and they wanted Episode 2, and it was more of the same gameplay but in a different story, different environments? And how those same people will pay up top dollar for the third episode? Kind of like this.
Like, what is going on? What is going on, bruh?
A company is giving you more of what you like and expecting you to be paid for it. It's not a fucking charity.
I'm not just about to sit here and just take that shit. $69.99 for a game I've played for 3 years now, but oh, it's a continuation, so just shut up and consume product and get excited for next product. You got me fucked up, bruh.
Considering it's just another part of that product you already enjoy and paid for, why wouldn't those people want to consume more? I'll again agree the price is a little bit fucking ridiculous, but that's the industry we live in, and you gotta take it up not with just this game, but the industry as a whole.
Not finna sit here and take that shit. And like I said in the video I have in the description, right? Same Cloud, same Tifa, same era. You see what I'm saying?
No, because you could direct that same criticism at the remake of the original. That's kinda the fucking point, though. So the argument falls even flatter when you're getting a continuation.
It's like the same game. It's like the exact same game.
Meanwhile, you got no problem with making the exact same video.
Ironic.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. I don't give a fuck what they're adding. I don't give a fuck what little things that they are changing.
Well, good for you. That means you get the cliffhanger ending of the remake from 2020, and that's all you get. Do you want a fucking cookie to go with that?
It is so goddamn crazy, because I love how I heard that a new Final Fantasy 7 game was getting revealed. Right? This is what pisses me off. I heard that they're releasing a new Final Fantasy 7 game. I see the game. And I'm like, hold on. Wait. That's how I know it's a copy and paste, because I remember when this game first got announced, and I had to ask my friends, is this a new game?
So you heard it wasn't a new Final Fantasy game, but a new Final Fantasy 7 game. And you expect it to be completely different from the original 7 or the remake of 7. Why? At that point, it's borderline false advertising.
What is this? No, is this a Final Fantasy 7 remake DLC? And I'm like, okay, it's a Final Fantasy 7 remake DLC. What are they charging for it? $69.99. Pretty much the developers are trying to see what they're going to get away with.
Less so the developers and more so the publishers and their shareholders are trying to see what they can get away with as far as this game's sale. Considering this is the same Square that when they decided they were going to put Kingdom Hearts on the Fortnite launcher, they wanted you to pay $200 for the entirety of the series instead of having just a simple bundle for 20-year-old games, which is roughly the same price for all these remakes at full price. Is it shitty? Yes. Is it on the developers for that? Fuck no. But anywho, guys, that's where I'm going to leave the video at. All that's left is him repeating how much he's not going to take this shit, and how apparently he don't care. He don't care if they're adding more. He don't care. Yet he goes on to show just how much he doesn't care, and by proxy, showing that he cares.
Ironic.
But anywho, make sure to let me know what you all think in the comments, not only of Death's video, but also Final Fantasy in general. Again,